negotiating with bandits on how to exchange those in their custody, to enable them to release those those arrested, and to enable them release the victims in their custody. It has some serious implications when you look at the pros and the cons. You know, they have some positive side of it and the negative side of it. The positive side is that you want to ensure that those who are under captivity have been released. And then, again, that is the positive, that is, you feel they want them to be released. But then again, the negative aspect of it is that, the implication is that, one, it will strengthen banditry activities in the sense that they know that, oh, if we capture this person and then we negotiate with government and we now dictate who and who should be released to us, maybe they are kingpins or they are leaders, and this also might kind of motivate people, so, oh, we can negotiate with government. I think negotiating with criminals has some negative impact. It emboldens them. It feels them feel, yes, that the government recognizes them, that they are important. They need to reckon with, and they now decide the terms. So for me, with all due respect, a criminal is a criminal. A bandit is a bandit. You don't negotiate with bandits. Because for them, they don't have any mercy. What they want is just to take human life, extort from the people, cause mayhem, and so forth. So why should such people why should we negotiate with such people? For me, I think they should be dealt with according to the law. What should also do is that strengthen our security agencies, strengthen our operational strategies, equip the police and the military, give them empowerment, have integrate technology in the policing operation and law enforcement, and of course security operations in the country, and also increase the manpower. If all these are done, and of course also those factors that promote insecurity, poverty, unemployment, bad governance, if those areas are addressed, I think to a large extent it will checkmate banditry. Of course, you know, they always have an ideology, and they always want something that will embarrass the government. You know, and so it has some political undertone. Some they have an ideology which they want to promote, that religious ideology or political ideology, and they use that to promote what they are doing. So that's why the government has to be firm. There's no point romancing with bandits at all. No point romancing with them. I don't think so because every government, Section 14 of B of the Constitution provides that it is a duty, that the primary purpose of government is security and the well-being of citizens. Then, because when you begin to negotiate, you empower them, because they use that money to come, they can even go and buy more arms, can buy more sophisticated arms, whereas our security agencies are not giving that money to buy their arms. So I don't think the government will do that. The government should not do that. A criminal is a criminal, a bandit is a bandit, a terrorist is a terrorist. They should go negotiating with them, going to tell them, please, begging them, you need to join force with force. And this is a country. What is a country? These are illegal. They are illegal groups. They cannot overwhelm a government of the country that constitutionally recognized, internationally recognized. So that if you just address those factors that exacerbate insecurity, those factors that also cause some of these challenges, I think it will go a long way to minimize banditry and criminal activities. Security is not both reactive and proactive. Proactive, maybe from intelligence. You are got intelligence about certain areas of information, then you take action to preempt. Also reactive when there's an incident occurs. So both are being applied by the government, and it is yielding some good results. You see, some people are saying that the government is not doing, the government is doing a lot. We don't count on those sources that have been recorded. We only amplify some of the lapses. There's no crime-free society. No society that's absolutely safe and that don't have some of these challenges. Even the developed countries of Europe and America, they still have some security challenges. What every government does is to see how it can, in a very responsible way, take adequate action to ensure that the country is made safe and secure, minimize any issue of these threats and its challenges, but there's no crime-free society. Banditries, Boko Haram, terrorism, these are security challenges that have been it's not something you overcome in one day. You know how long it took America with all their sophistication and intelligence network? It takes time. But with time, the important thing is that the determination, the resilience, the commitment, the political will, and ensuring that those actors who are there in the security sector are given the empowerment, the motivation, the capacity building, given the adequate strength, and the technology and what they require to be able to fight this war conclusively. Now, I don't want to blame the North for anything. Well, Nigerians, they are Southerners in the North, the Northerners in the South and West and so forth. No particular ethnic group should be blamed. It's our country. We live together. We have the same government. In the government, not only Northerners are in government, other ethnic groups are there. So you cannot say blame the North for the problem with security challenge we're having today. When the government, one thing that I want to acknowledge is that I want to thank Mr. President, commend him for assenting to the bill on police trust fund that was passed by the outgone 8th National Assembly. Mr. President assented. Now it's now in police trust fund act. But what my query with that act is that it has a lifespan of 6 years. It's supposed to be in perpetuity, because if we're able to fix security today, I will say that we're going to bequeath insecure Nigeria for our next generation. We should also think about the future. We plan for the present and the future. So I want to strongly recommend that the National Assembly should amend that act, let it be in perpetuity. As long as Nigeria remains as a country, as long as Nigerian police is the principal intelligence in the country, that act should be amended to make the fund to be, the lifespan should be in perpetuity. And then again, the government should ensure to make sure that the police, we have all services, the police in particular are grossly inadequate. We are told that we are about 2 million Nigerians, and the police are less than 400,000 personnel. And in spite of that, we have wastages, retirement every month or and so forth. And so I think the government should recruit at least 20,000 every year for the next 4 years. 20,000 every year for the next 4 years, and that will be able to beef up this security. And also, should also say they can beef up, strengthen the operations of the police and security agencies with technology, using scientific aid, investigation, drones, and so forth. If that is done, and then again, I also want to recommend that citizens should not only live issue of CCTV to government alone. In Boston, when there was that bomb blast in Boston, was a CCTV that was installed in a restaurant that was using in the footage was used in arresting those 2 suspects. So I want to say that the government can also make a law. Before you establish any business, you have to install CCTV in your business premises. If that is done, and also the government should also install CCTVs in all major areas that, like banks, malls, highways, junctions, entry points to cities. If that is done, it will actually check banditry and criminality. And of course, and it should also be an effective synergy between security agencies. The rivalry that among the security agencies is also a threat to security of this country. They should work together like fingers of one hand. We are serving the same country, have the same purpose and objective, they have the same vision, so they should cooperate and essentially work together for the good of this country.